Pirate Wizard Dragon here. This is my new friend. His name is Fredazilaashewon. Fredazilaashewon. But you can call him Fred for short. I got his shoes today in the mail. I'm very happy about them. They fit his outfit quite nicely. He is a ball joint doll. He was lead torturer in an outer rim of hell, the 363rd circle of hell. And he just got tired of being, bossed around by the dukes. He's technically a count of hell, under the dukes of hell. And he decided to escape. So he crawled his way through the perma-membrane portal that he had to summon to escape hell. And that's why he's here. So now when you're taking a shower and you hear somebody call your name and nobody's home. That voice that goes, Jason, Jason. When you're taking a shower, that's Fred. Or if you're just about to fall asleep, you're on the edge of entering the dream realm. You're starting to wander your mind, and you hear a knock on the front door, and you wake up and you check your security camera, and there's nobody there. That's Fred too. Now his powers were reduced somewhat. They're not quite as crazy powerful as they were when he was in hell, but he's still pretty powerful. A well-placed whisper at the right moment can really fuck shit up. So, he's my new buddy. He's my favorite toy ever. I collect toys, and this guy, I fell in love with him. I saw him on eBay, and actually reached out I figured out the lady had a retail store. I had to do some shenanigans to send her a message to make a deal go on outside of the fucking realm of eBay. So that was his second escape. Was escaping the eBay fucking algorithms of messaging to get a message through, and then I didn't have the money. He wasn't cheap, so I actually worked out a deal where I can make payments on him. He came with his original outfit, but I actually found a lady on eBay who sells ball joint dolls, and this guy's old. He came out in 2010, so he's technically 14 years old. And he's so fucking cool. You have no idea. He's like Clive Barker and H.R. Geiger had a baby, and this is their baby. He's got all this cool, like, fucking demon-looking fucking spikes and shit. I just got his cool Roman shoes. So I bought another outfit from the same company. He's an Impel doll. It's hard to see with my camera. My camera sucks. He's an Impel doll, but he's so freaking cool. So I bought another outfit for Altrick. It was a different SD size doll, and I combined the two to make this super outfit. So this is actually two different outfits that I fabricated, and then I add some bits like this is Ghost Rider's chain from a 1/6 scale Ghost Rider action figure that broke, and then I add lobster clamps to the cloak so I could take on and off his two cloaks. He has two cloaks. He has the blue one that was the Altrock one, which is beautiful, and then he has this brown one which has sequins, and then he's got a skirt, and he's anatomically correct, which I won't go and show you because he doesn't like it when I do that. I did that once yesterday, and he was really mad at me. So yeah, he's my new friend, and I live in a very conservative community here in Kansas, and I carry him around with me. I take him to the grocery store, and you should just see the attention that he fosters from the people here. They don't know what to do with him or me, and they love him. I mean, the kids love him. The kids are curious, at least. I don't know if the adults love him, but they'll like him once they get to know him. He's reformed. He's not like the demons in their soul. He's not trying to hurt people anymore. He's trying to use his powers for good. He's escaped hell. The gospel of Fred is what he's trying to spread. So that's why I love him. I'm writing a story about him, obviously. You're hearing the first bits of it. He has a twin that they're sending after him. That hell's going to try to reclaim him. They're gonna try to get him back to hell. They don't like it when their counts escape, especially when they talk shit before they leave. And he talked a bunch of shit to to the Dukes before he left. He was just tired of the shit, you know, the bureaucracy of hell. You know, it's just a lot of paperwork. You know, people think it's hot there. It's actually fucking cold. Cold. Hell is very goddamn cold. And that's why he wears these skimpy outfits now. It's, you know, he was a little loose when I got him, and not in the, you know, in both ways. I had to tighten up his strings, and I do want to restring. I'm not going to take off his skull cap and show you, but I did a cheesy way. I just yanked it through and tied an extra knot, and then looped it back onto the fucking hook thing. But I'm going to properly restore him and properly and I actually am in negotiations with somebody in Hong Kong that's found another one, and I'm trying to get a double for his twin. And then what I'll do is I'll take this one, fully strip him down, and I want to paint him. I want to make an evil version of him that has glow, that has all the bits, that like all the sunken in little bits. I think it would be really cool to make him look like a Necron paint scheme from Warhammer or something, like gray with glowing green bits and shit, like an evil version of him. So, but this is the good version, and Fred's cool. His name is Fredazilaashewon, and I make up names. It's one of my favorite things to do with characters is make up a name. And you know, I've been watching Evil on TV, which is great because there's a demon that visits the psychologist, and his name's George, and that's what kind of inspired me just to give him a normal name. Like, his name's longer, and I love to make up ridiculous names, and Fredazilaashewon is pretty ridiculous, but you can call him Fred. So George is the demon that visits the lady in that show, and I just love it. But I wanted YouTube to meet Fred. He's so fucking cool. He's literally the cool. I mean, I've collected Boglins. I've collected all kinds of toys. Just last year, I started getting into dolls because I had no idea how fucking cool ball joint dolls are. And in general, just dolls, like Monster High dolls. There's lots of people out there that customize dolls. And I've been customizing 1/12 scale figures. And I used to paint miniatures and everything. You know, it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm working on the size smaller for this guy's like 1/4 scale. No, he's 1/3 scale, sorry. He's pretty big. He's a big guy. He is an awesome demon. I'm working on a 1/4 scale dragon with wings and a tail. It's resin. It's a ball joint doll from a company called Resin Soul. I'll show you that when I'm done. I've done an incredible amount of work. I'm carving scales into the face, into the neck. I've done the upper arm. I got to do the forearm, and I got to do the neck. I've already almost done with the scales in the face, and then I'm going to take it apart and dye each piece in this poly dye. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on ball joint dolls, and they just inspire me. And I love these things. They're the coolest fucking. I wish I would have discovered them a decade ago. I probably wouldn't have bought any G.I. Joes, like classifieds. But so I'm kind of easing off the toy, like the 1/12 scale stuff. And I mean, I still collect G.I. Joe classifieds, but I love these ball joint dolls, and they're expensive though. So like this year I'm kind of sunk because I'm working. Denver Doll Emporium is a company I'm making payments to every month because they had a dragon that they showed at the beginning of the year, and I can't live without it, and it's huge. So I'm making payments on that to the end of the year. But I just want everybody to meet Fred. He is not dead. He is pretty fucking neat. He doesn't have his original feet, which is part of the reason why I'm negotiating for trying to get double of him. They only made 100 of this Impel doll. And his original feet had the same kind of fucking get up as his legs. They had like spikes and little fucking bits and bubbles and shit. So I'd like to get the original, just so, and he didn't come with his certificate of authenticity, which is a big deal in the ball joint doll world. Every fucking thing people collect has some elitist bullshit to it. I went to a doll show. It was really neat, but they actually have this thing at the doll show where if you don't have your paperwork for your dolls, you can't bring them in. It sounds like, you know, Germany under Hitler or something, but where's your papers? You must have your papers to enter this area with your doll. So I don't have his paperwork, so I couldn't take him to one of the fancy doll shows, even though he's obviously not a fucking knockoff just because he's got the marking on the back of his head. Plus, they only made 100 of these guys, and he's super cool. I mean, I guess he could technically be a knockoff, but I've watched some ball joint doll videos, and it's hard to tell, actually, but you can tell kind of by the way the casting is. And sometimes some of the videos I've seen, the knockoffs are better made than the originals. So it just depends. I don't really care about that whole thing. That's just another, you know, elitist thing that look at his face, man. Get a close on his face. Super cool. I have him doing the side eye so he can be extra creepy. And he's going to be going to the college that I attend next year. I'm going to take him with me. I got him a little laptop so he can study with me. He's got a little 1/4 scale laptop. I'm going to have him sit and fucking type on the laptop next to me. Because, you know, everybody already thinks I'm crazy. And in this town, so you might as well just have fun with it. Like, I just embrace that shit. It's hilarious. He is heavy though. I carried him around a couple days now. I took him when I got a prescription filled, and I took him to school, and he's just so cool. I put him in the car when I drive in my minivan, and I seat buckle him up. Like, I love him. He's my favorite toy ever. When I saw him, I just could not live without him. I was like Wayne from Wayne's World, like looking at that guitar going, you, one day, will be mine. And he is. So, and I want to get another one so I can make an evil version of him. And I'm going to write a story about him. A lot of it's just in my head, but I thought his power was cool. And so that's me sharing today. I hope you all enjoy. I'd love to have some comments, and if what anybody thinks of this doll. He is like the coolest, creepiest doll I've ever seen, and that's why I bought him. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Pirate Wizard Dragon, signing out.